Hi, everyone, and welcome to devotions at the beginning of this week. I hope that all is well with you. We used to go down to a beach cottage way back, and it was down in the Eastern Cape, but there was a little sign that was up on the wall of this beach cottage that I always remember. It said, "Isn't it wonderful to do nothing and then to have a little rest afterwards?" Well, the Bible is full of that word rest. It's used hundreds of times in different ways, and different words are translated, but the idea is rest. Jesus was very concerned that his disciples should be at peace. They should be inwardly at rest. And so we see in the scriptures that Jesus often says to his disciples, "Peace be with you. Don't let your hearts be troubled. Don't let them be afraid. Trust in God. Trust in me." When we think about rest, one of the parts of the Bible that we think about is Psalm 23, where the Good Shepherd makes us lie down and rest as his sheep. Well, I'd like to read you a translation of that Psalm 23, which is a Japanese version. This was shared with us at the staff by Tracy, the one who does all our great media work. And I'd just like to read it to you because it's a fresh take on the Psalm 23 with much emphasis on rest. So here we go. The Lord is my pace setter. I shall not rush. He makes me stop and rest for quiet intervals. He provides me with images of stillness, which restore my serenity. He leads me in ways of efficiency through calmness of mind. And his guidance is peace. Even though I have a great many things to accomplish each day, I will not fret, for his presence is here. His timelessness, his all-importance will keep me in balance. He prepares refreshment and renewal in the midst of my activity. By anointing my mind with these oils of tranquility, my cup of joyous energy overflows. Surely harmony and effectiveness shall be the fruits of my hours, for I shall walk in the pace of my Lord and dwell in his house forever. Well, that's a beautiful, fresh take on the idea of rest. When we read the Bible, we see that rest pops up in all sorts of different ways. We see rest was written into creation because on the seventh day, God rested. Rest was built into the covenant between God and Israel when he gave them the Ten Commandments. The seventh day, you shall rest, but not only human beings, but also animals. And in their laws, the Jewish people even had special years when the land would rest. When they went into the promised land, they would rest ultimately from warfare, they were told, and they would be able to settle down and build their homes in peace. And so time and again, this idea of rest crops up. And there are three, I think, basic ideas of rest, which I would like to just share with you. There's more to it, of course, but the first one is just pure physical rest. A friend of ours went on long leave from teaching, and she said in the beginning she would go down to the beach and she'd swim and she'd do some exercise and she'd take a book and she'd lie in the sun and read. And then she actually stopped doing the exercise and she just read. And eventually she didn't take the book down either. And she just went to the beach and she did nothing. And there are times when that is what is needed, that we just stop doing everything and we just rest. especially when you've been through a very busy or stressful time. A second kind of rest is when Jesus says, "Come to me, all you that labor, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, learn of me. I am lowly and gentle of heart." Well, now, that means handing our problems over to Jesus and allowing him to carry the heavy load, resting from our own anxieties or stresses. And then the third and last one is being right with God. No matter how hard I try, no matter how much good I think I do, it won't be enough to make me perfectly right with God. I need to rest from my own efforts on that score and trust in what Jesus has done for me. So I can say, Father, don't look at me. Look at what Jesus has done. We can rest from our own efforts in that score. Of course, we live that out in the way we live our lives by showing how much we love the Lord and want to spread his love to others. So may this day and this week that lies ahead be a restful week for you, and may your souls be at peace. So may God bless you. Bye for now.